Tracking the Groove with Terry Love.
Once again, it's Terry Love, your host of Tracking the Groove, your link to the best adult R&B and smooth sounds around. And yes, I am backstage, burning up next to the wonderful heat. She just lit up the stage here at African World Festival. I am sitting with Maysa. How are you doing, Maysa?
Sweetheart, really good.
First of all, let me say that I really enjoyed your performance today. I've been saying before, I've been waiting years to see you perform live, and I finally got that opportunity to do that.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Now, speaking of performing, like how long have you been in the business?
Wow, 19 years now almost.
Okay.
I started in 1991 when I started singing background for Stevie Wonder on the Jungle Fever project.
Okay.
And then from there, I auditioned over the phone and I became the lead singer of Incognito.
Now, wait. Now, you have to be a dynamite vocalist to perform, to audition over the phone.
Well, it was a trick audition. We were just having a conversation about music, and Bluey, the leader of Incognito, founder and producer, he asked me, could I sing a few bars? And I did. I just sang a couple little few things, but don't you worry about a thing or something. And he said, wow, you sound cool. He said, okay, tomorrow my manager's going to call you and then we're going to fly you to London for your audition. Okay. But the next morning, his manager called me and said, honey, I don't know what you sang to Bluey last night, but you got the gig. And he's like, he's all excited and he's crazy, like, you know, and this singer's going to change his life and everything. He's really happy. So that's what happened. And a week later, they flew me to England, and I lived there for 4.5 years.
Okay. So how was the transition from going from the Wonder Love, right?
Yeah.
Wonder Love to being one of the biggest groups in London as far as
Yeah, it was different. I mean, the thing is with Wonder Love, when Stevie Wonder's background singers, I mean, it's like you just go everywhere with Stevie, and it's like icing on the cake every day. You know, I would go, not have a dime in my pocket, but you'd be treated to the best of the best all the time. When I got to Incognito, I was brand new. Everything was starting up brand new. Incognito had been together for a while. Then Jocelyn Brenner had been their previous singer. So when I got there, I was scared. I was a kid. I was just trying to, you know, make a mark in life and do something different. And to move to England was a culture shock because even though they speak English, it's just that musically it was so freeing. It wasn't about how you looked. It didn't matter. It was about making real music. And they loved American music. So to have an American singer lead the band was a big deal over there. So people kind of treat me like a celebrity. And also, when we got to Japan, I had to have bodyguards by the time we got to Japan. So it was really, really a trip.
And one of your big hits nationwide was Deep Waters, something you just performed. And I know I used to play that one during my love set all the time. So I used to have a show called The Right Vibe and Pillow Talk and do this type of thing. And speaking of love, your latest CD, your latest project, Woman in Love. Can you tell me more about that?
Wow, Woman in Love, I made that CD because, my Shawnee Records asked me to do a straight ahead album. I didn't think people who listen to my music were quite ready for me to go totally straight ahead yet. So I kind of wanted to mix the two together. And the first title of the album was A Woman in Love Then and Now. So we showcased how women back in like Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan and what they would sing about a woman being in love then. And then the now would be how my contemporaries like, you know, Lettucey and Jill Scott and all these, you know, singers, how they were singing now about love. So that's what the album originally was supposed to be titled, so you can see the difference. But it worked out great. It's a nice, beautiful album. It's probably one of my favorites that I've done. Besides the last one, Metamorphosis, was my absolute favorite album.
So the transition from Wonder Love to Incognito to on your own. Was Maysa before Incognito, your self-entitled CD?
No, my solo career started in 1995 when I was on tour with Incognito, and one of the vice president of A&R of GRP Records came to see us at the North Sea Jazz Festival. He came because he was like headhunting, he wanted to sign me. And after that concert, which was an unbelievable concert, it was like 18,000 people, and you know, it was a great concert. And so afterwards he said, Maysa, it's time for you to go solo. Are you ready to go solo? And I was like, yeah, I want to go solo. So that's how that started back in 1994.
What's your single off your new album?
The single, we have several. The single right now, the last one was Lady in My Life, the remake of Michael Jackson's song.
Michael, has he influenced you in any way?
Oh yeah. Off the Wall is my absolute favorite album of his all time. And he's just such a consummate performer, you know. People just loved him because he gave everything, all his heart and soul on stage, and that's what I try to do. So that's what I learned from him.
Now, you mentioned straight ahead jazz. What exactly is your musical background?
Oh, my background is definitely, I trained myself with Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, and Al Geroge, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I was definitely there.
You know, we're in his hometown.
I know. I hope he's okay. He's not back home, you know.
No, I think he's still out in Cali.
But I met him in St. Lucia one year, and I said, Mr. Geroge, you're the reason why I'm scatting. And I wanted to know, what should I do? What can you teach me to do? He said, just sing whatever comes to your mind. The first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think about it. Just sing it. And I was like, wow. So I try to do that.
Okay. Now, if there's something that you could share with some up-and-coming vocalists now, what would you tell them to do, or how to stay to get a career in music, or to just maintain?
The first thing I would tell you to do is develop your own sound. Don't sound like anybody else. Don't try to be the next Jill Scott or the next Legacy or the next Britney Spears or whoever. Don't try to be the next person. Be yourself and be who you are.
Okay.
Because Beyonce and all of them, they've done it. They got it on lock. They can't. Nobody can be them but them.
Okay.
So you have to develop. Like I like this new girl. What's her name? It's Maysa.
I know.
I forgot her name.
She did the Prince.
She's great. She's great. She has her own different style. I mean, she's influenced by Prince and James Brown.
Yeah.
You can see that, but I like her vibe because she went out. She's different. I like that.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And once again, you are tuned in to Tracking the Groove, your link to the best adult R&B and smooth sounds around. My in-studio guests, we're sharing the heat together.
Yes.
Is Miss Maysa. Make sure you pick up her new CD, whether you have to go to your CDs, your local record shops, online, or just Google where you can find it. It's called Woman in Love.
Yes.
And I am in love with this woman, Miss Maysa. Congratulations on your new project, and thank you for coming to our town and just tearing the stage up.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Terry Love for Tracking the Groove, 1290 WMCS.